The most reviewed resort in Puerto Vallarta has more than 15,000 reviews, and it's not even the #1 on this list. It's not the most expensive one either. I'm showing you the 11 best all-inclusive resorts in Puerto Vallarta for 2026, including 3 that quietly change names and never tell you. Not all of them come out looking good. Let's start with number 11. Top 11. Canto del Sol Puerto Vallarta. We're starting with the most searched resort on this list, and also the most debated. Right in the middle of the hotel zone, just minutes from the Malecon, it runs on an international buffet, a snack bar, 4 bars, and its own tennis courts, which have been its trademark for decades. It's the pick for anyone who wants to be close to everything without overspending. Now, the honest part. With more than 5,000 reviews on record, the same complaint keeps showing up. Rooms that need renovating and maintenance that's inconsistent in some areas. The service saves the experience, the rooms don't always. Here's something almost nobody notices. This same resort has 2 separate listings on travel sites with different room counts, so the rating you see depends on which one you open. About prices, they change so often that giving you a number here would be lying to you in 2 months. Scan the QR code or click the link in the description. That's where you'll find current prices, the full ranking, promotions, and booking tips. In the next one of its best features has been in question for months. Top 10. Sunscape Puerto Vallarta. This one is purely family-focused and no frills. Facing Banderas Bay, its biggest selling point is the water park included in the plan, something no other budget resort in Vallarta offers. Kids ages 3 to 12 get their own club, teens get theirs separately. And in season, there are turtle releases and whale watching, details guests remember more than the food. For dining, there are 6 options between buffet, a la carte, grill, food truck, and cafe. And now for the strange part. The resort's own website contradicts itself. One section announces the spa as opening soon, and a few lines down describes it already running with massages and facials. If you're traveling with kids, this is about as good as it gets at this price. If the spa is a priority to you, confirm it before you book. Now comes the first of 3 that changed names. Top 9. Barceló Puerto Vallarta. Before it carried this name, this resort operated for years as La Joya de Misma Loya, and its listing on travel sites still keeps that old name buried in the web address. The building is the same, the brand isn't. It sits in Misma Loya, the cove where The Night of the Iguana was filmed, and it's 316 suites, not a single standard room anywhere on the property. For dining, there are 4 a la carte restaurants, a grill right on the sand, and the international buffet. It carries 5 stars and AAA 4 diamonds, a distinction that isn't common in Vallarta. The downside is the location. You're far from downtown and depend on the resort or a taxi for pretty much everything. With 11,000 reviews on record, it's a solid, well-liked property, but not a showstopper. What's next? Got a $20 million makeover. Top 8. Hyatt Ziva Puerto Vallarta. No resort in Puerto Vallarta has racked up as many reviews as this one, more than 15,000. The reason is the $20 million renovation, already completed, that gave the 244 rooms in the North Tower brand new AC, redone terraces, and full Pacific views. They also overhauled the entire lobby, added pickleball courts and a panoramic event terrace, and opened 2 new restaurants, Tamari, an Asian teppanyaki with a live show, and Melanzane, the house Italian spot, which is already on the official menu. The Kids Club was redesigned for ages 4 to 12. It sits on a private cove between cliffs at Las Estacas Beach, so the sand never fills up with outside crowds. It's the priciest resort in this stretch of the ranking, and for big families, it more than earns that price tag. If this list is helping you plan, hit subscribe and turn on the bell. Every week we post resorts just like these, with the same honest breakdown and deals you won't find anywhere else. The next 2 share an address, and only one of them lets kids in. Top 7. Secrets and Dreams Vallarta Bay. They share the same gate, Same beach and the same street address, but they run as two separate resorts, and the deal between them isn't equal. One is adults only, with 271 suites. The other welcomes families and occupies the wing that until October 15, 2021, was called Now Amber. Here's the detail nobody tells you. If you're staying at the adults-only side, you can cross over freely and use everything on the family side. It doesn't work the other way. From the family side, you need to buy a day pass to get in, and if you're traveling with kids, they simply aren't allowed to cross. It's a one-way arrangement dressed up as a shared resort. The good news, they're in the hotel zone, about a 20-minute walk from the Malecon, which is rare for an all-inclusive, and the adults-only side holds the higher rating of the two. Next up, the ranking introduces something nobody has been able to confirm yet. Top 6. Garza Blanca Preserve. What's new here has a name. Sanctuary, a 20-story, 118-suite oceanfront tower the brand announced for early this year, with a second tower planned for late 2026. I'll be honest with you, there are press releases about the opening, but no confirmation that it's actually receiving guests yet, so double-check that before booking that tower. Every suite comes with a private balcony and jacuzzi with full bay views. The resort sits on a coastal jungle preserve along the highway toward Miss Malaya, with certified white sand beach and the Tierra Luna Gardens, where they host the open-air dinners. Guests here also get access to everything at the sister resort next door, which covers most of the restaurants and pools in the complex. One heads up, the all-inclusive plan here is sold separately. It doesn't come with the room. Number 5 breaks the main rule of this ranking. Top 5. Hilton Vallarta Riviera. The rule for this ranking is simple. A resort is either adult-only or family-friendly. This one is both at once. The upper floors form an exclusive tower for guests 18 and up, with its own martini bar and sky bar, while the rest of the building runs as a family resort with a kids club. It's 444 rooms, 2 infinity pools, and 12 dining and drinking spots covering tapas, sushi, and Mexican cuisine, plus a spa with a steam room and jacuzzi. On the beach, there's free kayaking, volleyball, and snorkeling. Here's a detail almost nobody mentions. This building used to operate as an adults-only property under a different brand, and its listing on travel sites still gives it away. Today, it holds one of the highest ratings among all the large resorts in Vallarta, and that's with nearly 10,000 reviews behind it. If this video is helping you plan your next vacation, hit like and share it with the person you're dreaming of experiencing this with. Number 4 has just 2 dining spots of its own, and that's on purpose. Top 4. Casa Velas. This is the strangest call on the ranking. Only 2 dining spots of its own, and it still holds the number 2 spot out of 155 resorts in the city. It's 80 suites tucked into a private garden inside the Marina Vallarta golf course with Forbes 4-star rating, the only one of its kind on the entire Mexican Pacific coast. The plan includes a round of golf, nightly spa credit, 24-hour room service, and full access to the restaurants at its sister resort. Now, the warning you need to hear: it has no beach. To reach the ocean, you take a resort shuttle to its private beach club, a 5-minute drive away. If your idea of vacation is waking up and walking straight onto the sand, this isn't it. If you're after absolute quiet, nothing beats it. The next one costs a lot less and still competes at the very top. Top 3. Villa Premier Boutique Hotel. It costs a lot less than the resorts above it and holds its own right alongside them. It's 80 oceanfront suites, every one with a balcony, L'Occitane amenities, and a pillow menu. Just a few blocks from the Malecon, so you walk out of the resort straight into the real Vallarta, not a highway bubble. Adults only, 18 and up. The staff is trained to British Butler Institute standards, and that shows up in concrete ways. 24-hour room service, themed dinners with live music, and staff greeting you by name from day one. Its limit is size. The pool is small and fills up early during high season, so if your plan is floating around all day, get there early or pick a different resort. Its meal plan is optional, and with the Malecon just 10 minutes away, a lot of guests skip it. Only one family resort makes it this high on the list. Top 2. Velas Vallarta. Few family resorts in Mexico hold a rating this high for this long. It sits in Marina Vallarta, right next to the golf course and steps from the Marina restaurants. And it runs on 345 suites that include a fully equipped kitchen, the reason families with young kids come back year after year. There's a kids club, a pool with a shallow section, tennis courts, a spa, organized activities, and a crepe station included in the plan, a detail that shows up again and again in the reviews. What's it missing? Flash and some updating. It's not a party resort or an architectural showpiece, and the building is starting to show its age. It's simply a resort that works, which isn't the same thing, but on a family vacation, it's worth a lot more than any flashy facade. And nothing in the state comes close to matching number 1. Top 1. Hotel Mousai. No other resort in the entire state of Jalisco holds AAA 5 diamonds. This one has kept that rating for the 11th year in a row, and it's still the only one. It's 145 suites and 4 penthouses spread across 2 towers over the coastal jungle along the highway toward Mismaloya, each one with a private terrace, hammock, and gold mosaic plunge pool overlooking the bay. There's fine dining restaurants, rooftop beach clubs with infinity pools, a spa with a steam room, and even a squash court, plus full access to everything at its sister resort next door. The gourmet meal plan is sold separately, and it applies to every guest in the suite, no exceptions. It's the highest-rated resort in Puerto Vallarta, both in traveler reviews and booking site reviews. It's also the most expensive on this ranking. It's not for everyone, and it doesn't try to be, and that's exactly why it tops this list. If you want to see more resorts, packages, and up-to-date deals, visit our website. The link is in the description. Tell me in the comments which of these 11 you'd book, or which one you think we unfairly left out. Your input helps the whole community. And if you liked Vallarta, cross the bay. Check out the best all-inclusive resorts in Riviera Nayarit. Click the video, I'll see you in there.